Hey everyone, it's KTR from speakerfocus.com. I am in the midst of fighting pneumonia. Escape the pandemic, haven't gotten uh, the COVID-19 virus, thankfully, but I've never had pneumonia before ever in my life. I'm at about 50% recovery right now after some Percocets. Got me feeling kind of loopy. But the Percocet and the antibiotic has definitely helped out a lot. I'm thankful that I didn't catch COVID, but there's always some type of medicine in your message. And my medicine for you today is life and shit is going to keep happening. I don't care how much success you have. You're going to keep running into roadblocks and obstacles and deficiencies and setbacks. And this is just part of the game. So I'm in recovery mode right now. I'm sidelined, but I'm still in the game. And you got to figure out a way to stay in the game no matter what. I don't care what obstacles that you're facing or things you're going through. You gotta keep fighting. And in order to keep fighting, that means that you have to do whatever it takes. I mean, it's a mindset. Right now, fighting pneumonia, and I had a really, I could barely breathe. Whether or not I inhale, exhale, it's still, I can't even take a full breath all the way. It kind of hurts even when I'm talking right now. The pain was so severe on my side and in my back because obviously, you got fluid that builds up around your lungs, and it's no joke. So I literally couldn't even walk. I had to go to the ER, and they checked me in. They ran a battery of tests, urine samples, blood work, EKG, CAT scan, all of this stuff. My doctor comes back in and tells me that you got pneumonia. So they started the morphine right away. I was thank God for morphine because I was in bad shape. So isn't this such as life? I mean, I've been an entrepreneur for 36 years. I used to suffer from some upper respiratory infections when I was younger. And I remember one time it felt like an elephant was literally standing on top of my chest. I had some kind of upper respiratory viral infection, and I used to suffer from sinus infections really bad when I was in my 20s. But I was able to outgrow that. For some reason, I don't really suffer from that anymore. And, this is why health is your number one asset and why health is such a priority. All it did was just make me remind myself more that I need to be focusing more on my health because that is the top priority and is my biggest asset that I have. If I'm not healthy, I can't give my best to the world. And a lot of times we only want people to see us when we're at our best. And, I have abandoned that mindset a long time ago. I'm hurting right now. Like I said, it's hurting me to even talk. I can't even go as hard as I need to or want to right now. But I wanted to show you what Kevin T. Robertson looks like in a weakened state, to show you that even when you are in a weakened state, you can still move forward. And you got to keep fighting no matter what. When I was doubled over in that pain, I couldn't even put my clothes on. I've never been in pain like that before in my life. Well, maybe one time when I had to have a tooth extraction, when I had to go see Dr. Greenberg in Bethesda, Maryland. I mean, I had to have emergency extraction. One of my wisdom teeth had an abscess on it or something that was infected. I had to get it yanked out at 2:00 in the morning. The only other time I can remember being in this kind of excruciating pain was when I had to go to Dr. Greenberg to get that tooth out. But this time it was in my body. I couldn't even put my clothes on. It hurt to put my shoes on. So what I'm telling you is, if you want to succeed in life, you got to keep moving no matter what. Nobody gives a damn about your excuses. Nobody cares how you're hurting. Nobody cares what you're going through. You're the only one that has to fight through it. And so I'm learning to manage my energy a little bit differently. Your average person can accomplish 7 to 10 things throughout the body of one workday, 7 to 10. So you have to understand what your priorities are. You have to understand what things you're going to make a priority. What do you have energy to accomplish? And see, once you start blocking out the distractions and get rid of negative people and you start putting time into things that don't serve you or your vision, excuse me, so when I breathe sometimes it still hurts, but you're gonna understand that you should be saving enough energy. Right now, I got just enough energy to make this video and come to you with this message. And I'm going to sit my ass back down in a chair. It was difficult for me to sleep. I just got a better night's sleep yesterday because the antibiotic kicked in. You know, I cut back off the Percocets. They said take those every 4 to 6 hours, but that shit makes you feel kind of loopy, and I don't do drugs. But I tell you what, when your ass is in pain, you'll retreat to something. So I cut back off the Percocet because I feel like the antibiotic is kicking in and making me feel a little bit better, and I don't like the way the Percocet makes me feel. If I need it, if I'm in that much pain, then I'll take it again. So why am I telling you all of this? Because you need to stop worrying about how things look. It's not going to look perfect all the time. You're not going to be at 100% all the time. People are not going to be able to see you at 100% most times in your life. So what I would say to you is you got to learn to block out negative distractions. You got to learn to look within, manage your energy wisely, and you've got to figure out a way to keep moving forward no matter what. See, what I learned is the older that I'm getting, I'm learning to be more selfish in a positive way. I'm focusing on my shit, my personal and my professional goals. I make that a top priority. I already serve at a high level every single day. And if you're doing that, if you're serving people at a high level, then you shouldn't have to worry about feeling guilty about not being there for people. I show up for people every single day. But what about you showing up for yourself? See, right now, I need to be healing. I need to be resting. And if I had a whole bunch of distractions with people pulling and tugging to me, I don't allow people to do that to me. So I have time to heal. This is why I'm self-employed. I have time to rest. I'm going to go get in my massage chair. I'm strategically taking a couple of calls today, but not nothing too heavy. I'm only at 50%, which means that I need my energy to be, I got about 7 more days worth of medicine left for the antibiotic that they have me on. And hopefully after that, I can resume exercising and working out routine again. But I still have a disease inside my body. And if you never had pneumonia before, I don't know how it affected you, but let me tell you something. It had a crippling effect on me. I could barely breathe. I'm talking about my lung capacity was probably 25%. If it was that, it hurt to inhale, exhale, whether or not I cough, sneeze, went to the bathroom, everything hurt. And I waited 2 days before I went to the doctor. I thought it was actually a pulled muscle because it felt like a pulled muscle, which I've had a lot of those before in my back, in my chest. I've had bruised ribs before. I hit some 800 milligram ibuprofen and the pain subsided. And I was taking that every 6 to 8 hours. But this was different. You got to listen to your body. You got to understand what you're capable of. You also got to understand your limitations. As much as we think we are Superman or Superwoman with a cape popping out the back of your neck, you're human. And I'm human as well. So sometimes life has a way of getting your attention. It'll slow you down. It will shut you down. It will sit you down in order for you to listen properly. Now, if you're listening to your body and you're listening to, look at the things that's going on around you. Pay attention to the writing on the wall. And all this did was remind me that my health is my #1 asset and it's a top priority. And I am not going to rest until I get my gut health in check, my overall health in check, my weight in check, exercise routine. I still haven't got it all figured out. See, I may be a subject matter expert in a whole lot of things. And I may be a communication specialist and America's leading focus expert and a high fee speaker and the world's #1 speaker coach, but I'm still human. And as you are still human, you don't have everything figured out. You gotta work your way through life and come up with the answers to the challenges that you have within. And if you focus less on everybody else's shit and you focus more on what you have to accomplish, you will start to see that priorities always prevail. And the things that matter most to you are the things that you're going to focus on most. Right now, I'm focusing on me. I'm only at 50%, but you can bet your ass that I'm striving every day to get back to 100. When you're a little bit off, don't worry about it. Just do whatever you have to do to focus on the challenges that you have in your life, and then come up with some solutions that's remedying the challenges. Just like I got medicine in my body, an antibiotic right now helping fight this infection with this pneumonia, I got some medicine in my life right now helping to remedy a lot of other pain that I'm going through. Focus on your pain and deal with your health. And I will see you again in the near future. Stay focused on your goals and dreams. I'm sure as hell doing the same. Take care.